Welcome to another edition with a red panda
Just a normal
on
day.
tonight's and Phil's nipple. Welcome, welcome to another edition of KitSZN, where it's always interesting here because of the cast that we have on the show. So,
You're
with
welcome.
with that, how we doing tonight, Fox?
Oh man, it's been just a dad Sunday all day today, so it's been fun. I mean, it usually is anyways, but usually my wife comes home at 5 o'clock, but she's having a mother-daughter day with her mama. So
Aw,
yeah, which is good for her.
yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I am doing the normal. Hey, and as
Yeah.
Aunt says, we all love the USL show and the most stylish boys in the game. We
Um.
do our best to
Whoa.
appreciate it. So
We.
I know I said breast on accident. Apologies. Um,
It's not even
hey,
October.
Hey, I'm just trying to do my best here while I'm trying to find myself a new job there. So I'm just five, and also I'm a little sick right now. So if you hear a little nasal, it's a great time over here. But I try to look my best and try to be positive for everyone else out there. So
And we love it. We love you.
yes, and I appreciate it. And speaking of, we have to always say thank you to our patrons. So, shout out to John Hunt, Frank Anthony, Christopher Cohn, Harry Austin, John Fuller, Michael Fuchs, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchman, Stephen Howard, Ryan Lacara, Tim Knotts, Anna Fresh 30, MOS, Kunal Patel, Olive the Hedgehog, Andrew Towsley, Matt Cat Peel, and Ryan Smeltzer. Smeltzer. Sorry, I said that wrong. And also Gold.tv. I'm going to give a massive shout out here before tonight's episode to Ryan Smeltzer, who helped connect me with the Fort Wayne FC kit we'll be seeing here in a few weeks. And being super accommodating to my adventures up to Fort Wayne last weekend for the 4th of July and everything, which will tie into tonight's giveaway here announced at the end of the episode. So I just want to give a massive shout out. Super hospitable, and he helped give me water when my wife and I were baking in that 4th of July sun. So can't say thank you enough.
Fort Wayne.
So
Michael has strong feelings about Fort Wayne.
Oh, you got strong feelings about Fort Wayne?
Michael does.
Oh, boo Fort Wayne. Hey, next year, Michael, right? Actually, no. Actually, even this year because of League Two. Never mind. Yeah, I did it. I mean, I did it. But I also don't do it because it's my team. So I'm coming at you, Michael, next year. Anyways, yes. So as the banner keeps scrolling down the bottom here, I want to get started with tonight's first kit of the night, and that is heading back out to where we were just last week, and that is with the Birmingham Legion.
Can't get away.
Their 2025 Hunt for Glory kits, but this time we are going to check out the away kits. This time, the one, and as we've kind of talked about, this one's the more uniquely designed of the two kits that you will have from this Hunt for Glory kit. I'm going to call that for a fan perspective since you get both. And I think for the most part, I think most people can agree the one's a camo kit, and that is what it is. This one's a little bit more intriguing.
Yeah, there's a little bit more thought into this one, a little bit more design to it. I'm not saying it's better necessarily. I guess our score is, but this one I feel like there's just more effort to it. But again, as a fan, if you buy this, you get both, so it doesn't even matter. And that's why that's also a reason why I haven't released our kit value
Yeah, our
the
halfway point.
last week's made it into the top 10. So we made a cool, image for it and everything. But I feel like when we average the two scores together, average that with the price, I think that's going to change. So,
Yep, and it should bump it up. So we'll have to do a little bit of calculation on our side
oh yeah, that's right. It's going to bump
in
it up a
that
little bit, isn't it?
regards. What?
That's right. It is going to bump it up technically because
And I
this
think
will
we
raise
also
the average.
and yeah, because the other ones don't come quite close enough to cracking the top 10. So yeah, so we'll have to just do some averaging of those two scores and whatever. We'll work on that. But to Fox's point, if you're like someone who wants to ball on a budget a little bit, this kit is speaking to you if you are okay with the hunting motif kind of design of this kit.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of a vibe actually. So, um, and I'll just get right into my score here because it is a little bit of a interesting vibe. Um, but it's not my vibe, and that's where my first design aesthetics. When it comes to, I think everything looks okay. It looks good. Um, it's just not my vibe, and that's okay. It's not my vibe, but I think overall things look okay. I don't quite like the grayish look that they went underneath instead of like a more of a blanket white personally. And then you add in with the like the antlers. It can be a little hard to see at first glance. But I know they're there. So I just think those are a little too close to colors. I would have liked a little bit more. Anyways, that's just me. It's being nitpicky. Um, but when it comes to authenticity and tradition, I give it a forward, just like I did last week with the home kit. They are 100% doing a nod to the Jägermeister Cup and the Shot for Glory. This is a massive nod to that. And in this case, even more so than last week's, this has antlers, which is basically the logo of Jägermeister, right? Like they're shooting the logo.
Shooting for Jaeger. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So I did put a 4 there. And also it is, a nod to a little something that we don't really see. So I want to give a little bit of points there and being authentic to their region. But besides those antlers and yeah, that's really it on this kit. There isn't really a lot of details on this, but it was executed well, so it's a 3 for me there. And its innovation and impact, given that this is an antler like hunting kit, and it's also a cup kit for the Jägermeister kit cup, the greatest competition on earth. Um, it gets a 4 impact from me. So it is a solid 3.25 from me.
Yeah, and essentially I'm right there with you for most of that. It's a cool kit. It's very interesting. Like you don't see anything like that, around. Typically, I feel like soccer lovers and hunter lovers haven't got to combine, and they finally get to combine with this
Yeah.
with this shirt. And I like the antler motif. It's very it's very Alabama. It's very South, and I know plenty of people like in the Midwest go hunting, but do they really walk around with like antlers on their shirts constantly? No, they're usually wearing camo. So it's something a little different with there. So design and aesthetics, I did give it 2 because it's not really my vibe, and I don't know. Just looking at it, it's not necessarily aesthetically appeasing to me. It gives me more of a t-shirt vibe that you can buy at the county fair that has like just a printed image of antlers on it, or that little heart that has the 2 deer, like the buck and
Oh, yeah.
and they love each other. I miss Kentucky, but authenticity and tradition, though, like you said, it's a 4. This is this is Alabama. This is Birmingham. This is a shout out to the fans that don't get shout outs. Visual details and execution, I gave it 3. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of the almost taking a picture of something and just pasting it on a shirt.
Screen printing almost.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, screen print it. Like if you're gonna do that, just put a perfect square around it or something. You know what I mean? Like make it very clear that this is a picture, and just make that a thing. So that got 3 from me, but it's not like horrible. It's not a good visual.
Yeah.
It's not the execution, I guess, is where it's going at. And innovation impact though, it got a 4 from me because when are you going to see this? You know, I feel like has a pretty big impact. I don't think I've never seen it before, and I don't think we will see it again
No.
unless it comes from
Birmingham.
Birmingham. I feel like they're
Yeah.
the only team that would do something like this. So, but that also gave me a 3.25. And if you're good with averages, 3.25 plus 3.25 divided by 2 is 3.25. Bam.
Bam. Maths here.
Math.
And with that, we did into the kit value, which we had kind of hinted at. This is a bargain because technically you're buying 2 kits for the price of 1.
What a
Which
steal.
you can't go wrong with that, honestly. If you just wanted to buy the 1 kit and just the other one just happened to come on with it, the 1 kit would be for $47. Like compared to basically anywhere else, you can't go wrong. So
Yeah, it's an absolute steal.
yeah. And with that, it's a 68.42 kit value. I mean, come on. It's higher than the price.
The value is better than having to buy the jersey itself.
Yes. So, but yeah, that is the Birmingham Legion Hunt for Glory away kit. I got to see that when they took on Indy 11, and honestly, I did it.
What
So,
was like the numbering like? Was that anything special? Like on the back?
oh, I honestly never looked at that, to be honest. I didn't see anything
Uh,
unique. So,
I mean,
I need to do a better job of that.
because I can't remember, but in the cup, I feel like it should be like FA Cup rules or something like that,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Champions League Cup rules where they don't necessarily have rules on the numbering.
I doubt we have that.
That would be
Just,
so much more fun.
yeah, but I don't expect teams who are already probably putting out X effort into kits to put in extra effort.
No, they're not going to put in extra. This is for Alabama. This is for all, like literally any other team except for the teams. Like I'm not going to expect the Red Wolves to do anything special,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool to see Alabama with like a forest or something in their numbers,
Mm.
or a special font from, couldn't you see the Triumph or Forward Madison do some really cool font, or Union Omaha just completely neon?
I just will just have to see, I guess.
I
Because
just
I
think
don't
that'd be
know.
cool. That was because I feel like that's what makes those Champions League jerseys special, because they always have some sort of cool font. I always think about like Man City, and they had like that local artist that had like the hand drawn numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just something cool.
Hey, Taylor, find out for us.
Yeah.
So up next here, we're gonna hit up a team who refuses to put their kits on their store, but we're gonna stay down south, and we're gonna hit up the Charlotte Independents and their 2025 Cup kit. Now, this kit is not dependent on playing Jägermeister, but it was also used for the Open Cup. So,
All the cups.
all the cups. And this to me just evokes a simple vibe for Charlotte. And I think that's kind of most of their kits have kind of gone for
Yeah.
this year. It's kind of that simple vibe. And yeah, that's really all I can say about it. What are your thoughts, Fox?
Yeah, I mean, it is a clean kit, but almost I feel like the stripes going across are almost too big,
Hmm.
because you just get the one blue, the one black, and then the blue at the very very bottom, and it doesn't feel like it fits correctly.
The spacing's off.
Yeah, the spacing's weird. I feel like the white's maybe too big.
Yeah,
If we're going to do the stripes like this, just do everything's just the same.
correct. Yeah, that's what hurts me.
Because then you get the white at the top that's much smaller.
Yeah.
than the white on the chest or the white on the belly. And then
Yeah.
like the blue on the very, very bottom. It's a lot smaller than the blue up at the top. So the spacing just really bothers me. So it's a simple kit, but I feel like they did it wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't
That's
think you could
really
do horizontal stripes that incorrectly. But I mean, proved me wrong. So yeah.
Which would you like to lead us, start us off here in your view in your ratings?
Yeah. Oh goodness. Design and aesthetics. Oh man, I might have to change that score. I give it 3. And now that I talk about it, I almost feel like it should go lower.
No.
So, but I'll keep it at 3. Authenticity and tradition, though, I gave it 2. I mean, it is kind of what Charlotte's been doing. It is her colors, but there's nothing about this that screams Charlotte. There's nothing about this that screams anything except for lower league soccer, and they're proving their point. Visual details and execution. Here we go. There's no detailing, and the execution was bad. 1. And innovations and impact, absolutely 0. There's we are not going to look at this. I forgot what kit this was when I think I'm the one who chose it, and I forgot what kit it was. It's not hideous, but it's definitely nothing that anybody's going to want to collect. Maybe Charlotte fans, because it's something a little different. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing special about that.
I have a little different view on, a little bit more rose tinted view on this kit.
Weirdo.
Okay. I'm trying to be positive vibes over here, I guess. That's my job today. Design and aesthetics, I gave it a 3. I don't mind the overall aesthetic. I think there are some things that bother me, but the overall aesthetic, I like it better than the previous kit with the Jägermeister than Birmingham's. I like this vibe way more.
I'll agree with that.
And I think
Like
that's why
this is more of my vibe than.
correct.
And I like blue.
Yes, as do I. So that does not hurt. But what it does hurt this kit is authenticity tradition. This is just a simple tricolor hoop kit. That's it. A lot of teams can do this. It's not their thing, and it definitely wasn't Charlotte's heading into this year. And then when it comes to execution and visual details, there are no visual details, and as we mentioned earlier, the hoops just seemed a bit off. And their spacing and whatnot, and so it didn't quite hit the mark for me. So it's a 1 there for execution, but then when we for innovation and impact, I did give it a 2 because this is how off the mark that they were. I think will its impact, because to this day I didn't know someone could mess up hoops. I learned that today. So,
What type of impact did it have? It was so bad.
yeah, I was trying to be nice about it.
it.
Trying to be nice about it. But hey, it comes out for my score with a 175 with Fox's 1.5. We did 1.63. It's not the worst of the season.
There's that.
But it's certainly not the best. But Michael says it does remind him of the country of Estonia. And I think that kind of speaks to the lack of tradition in this kit, that it reminds people more of a different country than it does Charlotte.
And we've talked about this with country kits. Most of the time, country kits are simplified because it's hard to represent an entire country.
Yep.
So most of the time, those are simplified with basic coloring, and that's what we got. So I would agree if it reminds you of a country kit, international kit, because it is simplified.
This is a simplified kit if there ever was one. So
yeah, they're really digging into the royal lately, though, which I'm okay with. I like royal blue. I mean, I am a Kentucky fan. So
I'm good with that. So which I've been beating them up in college football 26. So it's been fun beating up Kentucky. So, anyways, that is the Charlotte Independence 2025 Cup kit. Missed the mark. He tried to go simple, and it just missed. So 1.63 from us here at KitSZN. And there's no kit value because it's not even on the store. So do better, Charlotte.
Is it not?
No, it's not. I don't think they even have a. Yeah, it's not. So do better,
I literally
Charlotte.
just pulled it up. It's $99.
Wait, what?
I literally was just typing in Charlotte Independence, and it was the first thing that popped up in my Shopify.
Whoa. Oh, no. All these are old ones.
I put it in the private chat.
What the hell? They're all up here now.
Yeah, and they're all $99, which is like ridiculously expensive for how simple.
Okay.
I mean, Capelli makes a good jersey. Like, this is going to be good quality.
All right. So this is a quick little
this changes everything.
It does, because I get this like almost daily. I don't know how you found this. So, anyways, this now the kit value is $16.41.
God.
Oh, don't buy it.
I should make a bottom 10.
We will. We will.
Yeah.
We will. But damn. Okay. I update some links here now. So you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. So Fox, you entertain them while I put in some links into our spreadsheet because I need to get these in here.
Piplup. There's a Pikachu behind him. Gatorade Zero. I like this a lot. It has 0 calories, but the same great Gatorade taste. Shout out to my friends at Chick-fil-A, except for their values, but their chicken's delicious. I have a napkin.
Okay.
Because I was eating wings the other day.
Okay, that was a terrible idea. I should not have done that.
You put me on the spot. Oh, look. Piplup and Blastoids. What? How dope is this?
Yeah, it's dope.
It's the Japanese tech team. Why are they turning on the lights?
Well, hey, we need to share this link here with the
boys. You got to turn off the lights and go to bed. Night night. I love you. Sorry. Luke decided to get up and turn on the light, and he's about to just lay back in bed and go back to bed.
So, yeah. So that was the Charlotte Independence cup kit, which is actually now on store. So I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna pop it into the chat here because it is possible to buy it now. So there you go.
Yeah, I feel like I was like on their store the other day, and I was like, "Oh, a breast cancer awareness kit. We should talk about that." Then I like clicked on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, this is from 2024." And then they had like their 2022 breast cancer awareness ones.
Yeah.
Which are only $50 and not bad looking. And Adidas. And they have a large. But anyways, but like it's just not well like maintained. Like all their kits are like old.
Yeah. Hey, I will say though, if you're looking for kits, there are some decent ones that they've done in the past. I'm just saying. So you might want to check out their website because one of the good ones that they have is the Hispanic Heritage Kit that they did really well on. It's still on their website. So I definitely suggest you check that out.
They also have like player worn military appreciation kits for like $50.
Yeah. But that's not why we're here. Just wanted to let you guys know what we learned because that was interesting. What we are here to do now is to admire this next kit from West Seattle Junction and check out the Admiral kit from West Seattle, designed by our friend Austin at Equipped Studios.
Woo.
So with this kit here, it is subtle. This is a simple white kit, but There's a little bit of a subtle design to it, which is nice. And even more importantly, if you check out our interview with Austin earlier this year, kind of talks about this tip a little bit, that the X there is, and it's part of their crest as well, is a nod to one of those X pedestrian crossings at like an intersection of like a light where people can
Yes.
like walk all over the place basically. So uh and that's kind of fun, and it's a little nod to that, and it leans into their crest and to their local area. There's not too many places have those. Nashville has some, and they're chaos, and I love it. So, um,
Never know
yeah.
what's going to happen.
So, what?
Never know what's going to happen.
Never know. It's just fun, honestly. It's fun to walk in. I've always enjoyed it, especially when I have had a few too many drinks. But when it's put onto a kit like this, I do like it. I'm a sucker for a white kit, and it does look good. So maybe a little simple, but you can't go wrong. So what's your first take?
Yeah, it's like you said, simple is a good word to go with it, but the I'm a big fan of like the faded details like this where you can see the design through the back. And I feel like they did a better job than a lot of teams too, that you can actually see that there's an X going through there,
Yeah.
which is like you said, the nod to the crossroad, but also a nod to their badge, which is the same nod, kind of.
Mhm.
But it's it's a simple design, but it's a nice design. And I like it. They did the same thing with their goalie kits that they shared with the roadies, except for the roadies had their roadie and the junction had their junction. But
Oh, on the goalkeeper kits? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, with the black and pink or red. But
Correct.
yeah, so it's a really nice design overall, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like the
Fair
other
enough.
one better personally.
But I'm a sucker for a white kit, so I think whatever. They're all look good, and I can't wait to read the third kit here coming up. Anyways, so and just to put it into perspective, what that crossing is called a diagonal crossing, by the way. So, anyways, so when it comes to this kit, overall, where'd it go? Yeah, when it comes to design, I said it's a 4 for me. It looks good. I'd rock this all day. If you see my closet, like probably half of it's a white kit, at least predominantly white. It's just what I do. Um, One of these days, y'all have to see my full collection. We'll have to see. Um, when it comes to authenticity and tradition, it does lean into that diagonal crossing that is known for the area as well as their crest. You can't get better or more authentic than that. So it's a 4 for me. When it comes to visual details and execution, because of that X looks really good, and it just overall I think it was executed well. I give it a 5 there. But the innovation and impact, sorry Austin, I give it a 2. It's a subtle white. It's a white kit with a subtle background design, so it's a 2 there from me in innovation and impact. So it's a 3.75 from me.
Yeah, and I'm fairly similar as well. Design and aesthetics, I give a 4. I feel like I like the detailing in it. I like this is visually appealing to me. I like the fact that the everything has that same navy blue, and it's not like different blues everywhere throughout the
Right.
other detailing. So that makes me happy. Authenticity and tradition, as you mentioned, it gives a shout to the area. If you don't know the area, you won't necessarily see that, but I still
Yeah.
give that a 3. Um, I still like this more than a map kit at this point.
For now.
Yeah, for now, until somebody else comes with like a different type of map kit. Like, whoa, or Louisville. I'll take a Louisville map kit. Uh, Visual details and execution. I did say it was a 4. I think they hit it well.
Yeah.
I like the details. It also has like the little shout inside the collar. Um, a lot of cool stuff in these kits. And then innovation impact. I agree. Like this is a nice clean kit, but I don't know who's going to be talking about it. We've seen it before. Also, so it got a 3 for me for there. So it's a
Yeah.
3.5 overall.
So yeah, so score of a 3.63 from us here at KitSZN, and it brings us up to having a kit value of a 48.33, given that it is $75. It's not a bad price. As we always say, we talked about with Equipped, they always try to have pretty consumer-based pricing, so we're not trying to outprice you. So $75 and a solid design from them. So good stuff from West Seattle, and we will be seeing more from them here in the coming weeks. So, and that was the Admiral kit, by the way. So, up next, speaking of Seattle and the Pacific Northwest, we're going to stay in the area, but this time we'll head over to a rival club, and we're going to check out Salmon Bay. But before we do here, if you like what you're watching and you want to hear more about us, please be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify. This is a new button on.
That's to say, found a new button.
Yeah. So if you like what you're hearing or watching, please be sure to do that and follow us for some more content. So without further ado, here's the Salmon Bay Discovery Kit.
Speaking of discovery, discovered a new button.
That's a good one. I'm sorry I didn't use that one. So this kit is all about the good vibes. If you watched Protagonist Top Tops in a Protagonist Minute, you'll see my face every week, and you know this kit got talked about. And there's a reason for that. This is one of my favorite forest kits that I've seen. I love the contrasting blues and greens, whatever you want to shade color that is. It just looks so good. And the amount of detailing also into the trees. And as you see down in this image down below here, just the amount of detailing put into these trees just looks really good. The coloring looks good. The shading looks good. And I'm a big fan. And honestly, Pots, I'm going to hop right into it because I want to just hop right into it. So, when it comes to design aesthetics, this is a perfect vibe for me. I love this vibe. This is such a good vibe for Salmon Bay. They're following the footsteps of Ballard FC and just looking sharp. When it comes to authenticity and tradition, I did give a 5. I didn't give it a 5 because it is their inaugural year. I don't know what tradition they have at this moment, but this leans heavy into the forestry tree vibes that is the Pacific Northwest. That is so captured in all of their other gear and in their crest. So this just looks really good. When it comes to visual details, as I talked about, the details of the tree and the shading technique between the various tree lines is a solid 5 for me. But I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this, and I don't think it's that innovative of a design. So I give it a 3 there, which is a 4.25 from me.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this kit. I love the fact that they use like a different style collar.
Yeah.
They could have went simple. I really like the collar and the cuff matching styles. That's something very cool that they did. So aesthetically pleasing, 100%. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. Authenticity and tradition. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like I still can give that a 5 because they're giving a huge nod to their local area. So Ryan just commented, the front sponsor is not distracting and doesn't take away from the design.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I'm reading it sarcastically because I feel like that's the tone I'm getting when I read it. But I actually agree with the words. I know it's a giant. It says Wombie, super big and super bubbly, right across the chest. But honestly, it kind of goes with the kit. Like it doesn't throw me off too much at all.
Yeah.
So no hate on that one. Uh, but I mean, for others, I could definitely see it. I think it's because it's white still, and it matches like the white at the top of the kit.
Yeah.
Uh, Visual details and execution, I give it 5. Like everything looks really sleek across all of the kit. And like you said, the only thing that I couldn't give it a 5 on was innovation and impact. Overall, I feel like we've seen Force kits prior, and you're just gonna get what you're gonna get with that situation. So yeah,
Yeah.
so overall, it was a 4.75 for me.
Yeah. And with my 4.25 and Potter's 4.75, do quick math, we did 4.5 overall. What's nice with this kit, given that it is priced at $85 and you look sharp, comes out to be a $52.94 kit value. So it's pretty good. Maybe not as high as some of the others, but this is still a solid kit and you'll look good and worthy of a collection. Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was the Salmon Bay Discovery Kit. Discover new things up there in Salmon Bay. So, up next, though, we have a team who I didn't expect to release a kit this year. What just happened to our spreadsheet?
No, I did it. There you go. I was gonna do something, but then I realized that
You broke
I don't
it.
know how to put all of them up. So I didn't break it.
Um,
It's back.
yeah. Oh, you temporarily broke it. Anyways. I freaked out. I was like, what happened? Anyways. Yes. So a team that I was expecting to see a kit release this year. Yes, they released a new kit this year, technically by changing the sponsor a little bit. I didn't count that as a new kit.
No.
Sorry, not sorry. I don't make the rules. I just I just
Well,
determined what just brought up the show. Anyways,
we also make the rules, and it's not
yeah, we do.
a different kit.
We do. So, this is the 2025 New Mexico United Pride kit. Now, before we get into our values here, this is what I expect from New Mexico United. Now, I like some of their previous designs. This is a little bit more of a subtle version of what I expect from them. But it's still what I expect from them in Puma, who happily, to their credit, have actually let New Mexico be quite creative with their kits. So, yeah. What are your thoughts, Fox? I believe this
is
your
absolute
kit.
vibe. It's very Meow Wolf. It's very this is very classic New Mexico pride.
Yeah.
They do something like this every year, and it's always super nice. I do kind of miss that the vertical sponsorship on the side was that last year.
Yeah.
Just something really cool that they did that was
Mhm.
different. But I feel like this is really very cool, but also it still kind of feels like they had to go with a template
Mm.
and they just did it well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could see the same lightning template on a different team. Just with, different colors, obviously.
Right.
They
Right.
just honestly I could see this being a forward Madison kit, if I'm being 100% honest, because it has the blues and the pinks. So but I mean it's still a cool kit. I really like it. It got a great score from me. Do
Yeah.
you want me to jump in?
Yeah. Jump right on in.
Uh
This is your kit.
Yeah, design and aesthetics, I give a 5. I mean, like, look at it. It's really cool. I even like the fact that they went with the plain white collar. And I usually don't like the classic, just typical collar. I mean, not that I don't like it, it's just boring. But the fact that they chose white with that and the cuffs just pop different. And it just jumps out on it. And it matches the Puma and the Meow Wolf, everything. So everything looks nice. Authenticity and tradition. This is, if I saw this, I would still probably think that's a New Mexico kit. It might give me a little, that's a little forward massing, but this is something that they do every year. It's a really cool Pride kit. It's a 5 from me. Visual details and execution. I just don't feel like there's much detailing to it. So it's kind of just a 4 from me.
Okay.
Like it's almost a template kit, and like the execution's fine. There's just no like any special detailing to it, and that's where innovation comes in as well. So it's a 4 from those two categories. It's just slightly templatey.
Yeah. No,
But it's still got a 4.5 from me.
Yeah, I'm a little less generous on one spot here, but for the most part, I agree. Design aesthetics, it's such a vibe. This is fun. It's colorful. I like it. It's fun. It is. So I want to give it a 3 though for authenticity and tradition. While this might be New Mexico United, it also still feels, to your thoughts and concern, kind of a template kit. And all they did was change the colors of some zigzags up and down it, and then did a rainbow crest. So that is that. And as Taylor noted, we talked about in weeks past, mentions New Mexico suffering from Madison and Des Moines, where they're suffering from their own success. That is a perfect example of that. And David, New Mexico had released just a suit service kit. We did see that. We'll get to it in another week. Trust me, I love that kit. Better than this one. So, yeah. So authentic tradition, I give it a 3 here. When it comes to visual details, I like what they did. Again, if it's not a template, I haven't seen this really before, but it still feels that way. The lightning bolts have that nice, almost like aurora effect, where there's kind of like that glow onto it, and you can really see some of that shading and that blending between the arrows. I think that looks, the lines looks really good to me. And its animation impact, I give it a 4. So where Fox gave his authenticity a 4, I gave mine a 3. This gives my overall average to a 4.0, and together it's a 4.25 with a really solid 56.67 kit value, given this is somehow only $75 on their store. So if you like these vibes, go check that out. And as Taylor mentioned here, if Louisville's dropping this, it would be absolutely get higher scores, but we just expect more from New Mexico. Especially given some of the perfects that I think we've given one perfect. I think it was like last year, the glitch kit or whatever. Can't remember what it's called. What was it called? We have it right here. I have it right here. Oh yeah, right here. It is the shoot. It was last year's Waddle kit, and we just expect a little bit more creativity from New Mexico. So Taylor's right. We just expect a little bit more, but honestly, this is still a solid tip from New Mexico United. So it's really good. And as we kind of talked about last week with Des Moines, we've seen more subtle Pride kits and not quite as loudly Pride, if that makes sense, as what we used to see when we first started the show. So follows that trend. And I think overall it does look good. Any final thoughts, Fox?
Yeah, it's a good kit. Like, there's nothing bad about this. I completely agree with what you and Kayla were talking about. If this was any other team, this would have been like the dopest thing ever.
Yeah.
They're suffering to their own success. Shame on them. So, yep.
All right. Well, so that is the New Mexico United 2025 Pride Kit. So now that is all that we really have for today's episode. But as I kind of alluded to a little bit earlier, I was just in Fort Wayne last weekend. So I wanted to give a massive shout out again to Ryan. I gave him one a little bit earlier for all the hospitality and whatnot, because y'all, we have a giveaway here on tonight's episode. So it's going to be a few part series. I'm gonna give this one a little bit more time, and you will see here, and I'll attach it in the comments, a link here to try to. So if you're interested, so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to do a Google forum, or like a forum. I'll attach it to the Spotify link, and I'll send it also in our Discord, and we'll attach it on all of our socials here. But if you're interested, you only have one name per entry, so please be honest with us here. And I will remove you if I see multiple names of you on there twice. And so you will submit the form, and then we'll do a random drawing here in 2 weeks. And then the winner, and we'll put out 2 winners, because as we were in Fort Wayne last weekend, if you aren't aware of Fort Wayne, there is one famous national team player who is now retired and currently a owner and quite active with Fort Wayne FC. That is DeMarcus Beasley, and Ryan and his team helped me get 2 signed bobbleheads by DeMarcus Beasley that we are giving away here to you lovely people.
I'm very upset that I don't get the chance to win this.
No, sorry, Fox. It comes with the territory.
It's not fair.
So if you do want to be a fan and really want to check out, get cool stuff like this, because this is really cool. These are dope little bobbleheads signed by him. I should have gotten a photo of that. But if you want these, please fill out the form that we will be setting up. So if you are interested, please fill out the form that we'll be sending out here on all of our socials, Discord, and on all the posts here going forward, because we want everyone to have the opportunity to try to acquire this really cool, legendary Fort Wayne legend signed bobblehead from us here at KitSZN. So that felt really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, I'm super jealous of like everybody else. Y'all get a chance to win this. So yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But hey, I just have to say, for the 1,000th. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. My nose
burpy
is
today.
Fun today, I know. Just a massive thank you to Christy and Ryan for their hospitality and for whatnot, and making sure I got his signature, because I almost didn't. They were really helpful and everything. So for the giveaway, there's going to be a Google form. Sign up in there. 1 entry per person. We'll do a live draw here in 2 weeks to give plenty of time for people on Spotify and everything else to get their name in, to then be released here on July 24th. So,
the day before my birthday. You're welcome, America.
Yes, you're welcome.
Happy birthday to you.
You're welcome.
Should I always also post my birthday gift wish list?
Yes, if you want to. Hey, no. What we will do is just say, hey, as part of the giveaway, we'll also have a hangout with Fox for his birthday, I guess. I don't know. I just volunteered you. I won't hold you for that. So
Yeah, somebody do some, what is that, like auction, like bids type thing for
yeah,
an hour with Fox.
an hour of thoughts on his birthday, specifically on his birthday in 1 hour, in like one day.
My wife will bid like $5. That's all we'll
Right.
get. Michael, bro, you have no idea. You have no idea how mad I am about that. It's so hard to argue it though because of the twins. Like it's just impossible for us to get out to Kentucky for a full weekend, for just a weekend type thing. And it's even harder because my boy's birthday is the 22nd. So they're the 22nd and the 25th. So my birthday just does not exist anymore,
Mm.
which is fair. You know, they're cuter than I am. Especially because I got fat again. I'm gonna have to.
I
What's the Minnesota Twins have to do at Lexington?
I
Okay,
love that.
I'm gonna
Being
say this.
a Twins fan, I love that. Anyways,
So like, I mean, we had a death in the family. That was a couple weeks ago. That's why we didn't have the show because I was in Kentucky. I literally, I drove up because the funeral um, was on a Thursday. I drove up Wednesday night after my wife got home from work. I just went to Louisville, and then Thursday morning, the day of the funeral, I drove all the way from Louisville to um, the middle of nowhere. Oh, what can I think? Barberville. And then that night, drove from Barberville all the way back to St. Louis,
ooh,
which is a 9-hour drive. And then, I was back with the boys Friday. So, like, it's just, yeah. Because it's just nearly impossible to go with two toddlers. If we had like one toddler and one baby, or one toddler and like one, child who's like 5, 6, that would be different. They could help.
All I hear excuses, my man. That's all I'm hearing. Excuses.
You have no idea how excited I am for them to be like school age, and then like I could take them to USL parks around the country, and stuff like that. And by then, hopefully, we have the relegation and everything. So like the drama really matters.
Hey, maybe we'll see if Indy's still around at that point. But what we are quite excited about here, though, as we always are on this show, get show off time, Fox. And I see you rocking some good stuff here. What you wearing tonight?
I got this from Classic Football Kits, which is exactly where you buy USL jerseys. Got the One Knox, got the Panda kit. It's still one of my favorite kits. It's a large though, and
snug on you.
It's a little snug on me right now. I'm gonna start running here soon. I already signed up for my marathon in April.
Hey, you're gonna destroy your knees again. Good for you.
Yeah, just one of them. And that's half the reason why I haven't been running, because I was in PT for several weeks, and yeah, but it just makes me happy because it has the. Hopefully, I don't get too flashy again. But like I showed at the beginning. Good. It even has the crack. I can't get it. Right, it says half crack. My only issue with it though is that you can kind of see the upside down panda. Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes me sad. But it's the same thing on my Las Vegas Lights jerseys that have the smiley faces, which I have like 3 different ones now.
Yeah,
They were selling them for what, $2, $5, something stupid.
Something like that.
But it's also because whatever BLK Black, that company.
Oh yeah.
I do not know what country they are from, but their sizing is not American. Because I bought like a 4X and it fit like an extra large. But then I also bought a 7X and it fit like a 4X. So I have a yellow goalie kit, and it's long sleeve too. So, and I have short arms for my size, so it just like hangs off like to here if I just have my arm out.
Goodness,
I look amazing in it.
Well,
What are you rocking? Because I actually don't recognize that kit.
Yes. So this is the Allentown FC kit from a few years back, made by our friends Diaza. It's an old one of mine back in my old USL, my lower league uh, dumpster diving that I did a while ago before my wife came around. So this is an old one a bit, but it's one of my favorites. It looks really good. And I've always liked Allentown's kits, especially that gold and the royal blue looks really good on the kits. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
rocking
a
that one
good
tonight.
looking. That's a good looking like crest too. That's a very classic like European footy.
Oh
Like, I can
yeah.
see that in Spain or I can see that in England. Either one. That's a classic badge right there.
Oh, it really is. It's so good. I love it. So yeah, that's what we're rocking here tonight. Um and just as a reminder here before we go here tonight, want to say again, massive thank you to all the patrons down below. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to do awesome giveaways like this DeMarcus Beasley signed bobblehead. Yes, I know it's his signature because I shook his hand and he signed it right in front of me. So it is authentic from him. No, I'm not making this up. So because of you lovely patrons, I'll be able to go and get cool stuff like this for you because of the lovely people down below. So more information will be posted in the Discord, on socials, and everything else here in the coming tomorrow. We did all that situated. But again, massive thank you to everybody for allowing us to feel a little fun travels and some cool little stuff for y'all. And we have some new fun stuff coming in store as well. So, thoughts, anything else here before we wrap up tonight?
I love y'all.
Simple as that. Short, sweet, simple. Life might be tough right now, but please always try to turn the other cheek and spread happiness and joy. So, that is it for tonight. Thank you. Good night.